Normally, at this time of the evening on a Friday night, this is when we calmly and collectively welcome you to the Casa, introduce you to our Street Fighter V tournament action. But tonight is a little different because I am not going to be calm. Street Fighter V is exciting. We have new content reveals dropping. We get to watch this action with the thought of conjecture to make for what the future of the game's going to look like. So tonight I'm going to say, have ye not heard? Have ye not known? Have ye not had it told to you from the beginning? Of course, Casa's live for Street Fighter V on this Friday evening. And I am commentating it, Monkey Business here, alongside BCW Shadow Ace.
Hey, what's going on? Good evening, folks, ladies and germs, children of all ages. Welcome to the Casa. This is like my a beautiful intro, by the way, by Monkey Business. As he said, as much excitement as we're going to get, we're definitely going to get even more excited because we are getting some fresh, brand new content coming our way. Revolutionizes the game, changes literally everybody's mindsets. All these conspiracy theories and what does this do? V-Shift does this, V-Shift break does this. Discussions are going, the groups are being gathered. People are coming back who may have put the game down for quite a while time, and we're starting to see a little revival coming in. So this is going to be exciting. What's going to happen within the next coming weeks for this game?
Yeah, you know what those mechanics had me doing over the weekend? Excuse me, throughout the week? It was me accidentally spreading misinformation based upon the conjecture that I thought I was making about V-Shift, only to be told by people who actually read the text notes beneath the gameplay that, like, the way that I thought it might work isn't actually how it works at all, and we already know way more than I thought we did at the time. And, like, that reminds me of the feelings at the launch of a fighting game when a lot of people are actually, like, vying to create what becomes the real information that we fighting game players use to begin analyzing the game and optimizing our play. So that, like, excitement of launch is going to come back when this mechanic drops. And I think a lot of people's play will start to, even before the mechanic drops, people might be, like, trying to restructure their play in a way that will be ready for things like V-Shift or whatever balance patch or character change they see coming.
Most definitely. And with that new brand new mechanic, plus the addition of other changes to the character, it definitely creates a brand new dynamic for sure. A lot of lab heavy tech monsters that are out there that thrives in doing the research and figuring things out. People enjoy doing that. We get to see them come back into the mix to try to figure things out. Even in some of the groups that I'm in, I'm starting to see more people that are posting what their thoughts and theories are, and what changes characters and things what's gonna happen with these changes. But speaking of changes, let's go ahead and change into this match as we got the first one up on deck. There it is. No shield needed from us when Capcom's already doing the job, reminding you to pick up that premium pass.
Max CPM, max Capcom points per minute.
Into our first match, Nail Bomb going up against Notorious.
Yeah, that's Nail Bomb maximizing the Oki off of his crush counter stand Pierce. Great way to start the round. Not a single jump over or anything yet. It's full corner control for Nail Bomb now.
Just complete aggression coming out of this side, but that may be his undoing. Notorious right now is making his mark. Side switches back into the corner, trying to establish pressure. Oh, he bit on the button off of the
and looking for a one-hit stun is Notorious. Will they get it? Yes, just one extra float after the first one didn't work. At first you don't succeed, try again. That's what you learn at Bulk University. That's the mission statement, the guiding principle of that school.
Double stump takes it there. Here we go, Notorious out to a good start again. So just good spacing on the buttons, trying to take advantage of the misfortune of Rog's reach here, as he's just too far away to get something started. Oh my gosh, what a reaction by Notorious.
And an OTG on reaction to Nelbomb not teching on time. Nelbomb maybe not familiar with the timing at the end of the combo or looking to throw off the Oki Notorious was going for, but Notorious always optimizing. A+ from Bulk University. S tier? Maybe not.
Definitely. On the Victorian
Nelbomb
list right now. With this
approaching one hit stun and finds it with a crouch medium kick. Gonna build an EX bar here for a kill for sure. There it is. Nelbomb right on cue, making my commentary look like the prophecy that I hope it is by now. 5 years of Street Fighter 5 and this game's still evolving and changing. Nelbomb been playing the whole time. It was his first fighting game. We've seen him have some amazing moments here on Casa.
Growth and development. Look where we are at now. Now it's considered a vendor.
First time I voice cracked on commentary was when I saw Nelbomb take a lag fest of a match against Shine here on Casa. Notorious though. You know, Nelbomb has no shortage of experience against this character, Falk, who has honestly been growing in popularity. You can see why. This was a perfect round.
Wow.
Offensive Falk finishing it with 69 seconds left on the clock. I mean, we saw like both extreme styles of play represented. Round one, very slow, a lot of time passing on that clock, Falk running away, poking. And then suddenly all this offense comes out. Guided and helped, I think, by V-Trigger 2. When that activation actually happens, it's a big swing of momentum.
Most definitely. It's about knowledge and placing your buttons too as well, and that's what Notorious did. Very good awareness, closing that out. Pretty fast too. Let's see if Nelbomb gets some adjustment going here.
Yeah, the length of Falk's buttons are doing a great job against Dash Punch, really contesting the huge hitbox that Balrog normally has over other characters. Falk's normals, even that light kick, very active, very long. Balrog might get counter hit pretty frequently if he's doing heavier and medium dash punches.
You know, just biding his time, slowly making his way in, trying to capitalize off of a whiff punish from Notorious.
Yeah, so Nelbomb there knew that whatever Falk was going to buffer into was going to whiff, was already buffering a crouch fierce in the event of getting punished by the 4-frame, but then the combo didn't connect. So Nelbomb really familiar with that matchup.
All right, Notorious with V trigger activated. Let's see.
Nelbomb looking for the activation for sure. Has it off crouch medium kick. This is a classic hit confirm. V-Trigger 1 from Nelbomb here, so you're not going to be seeing any command grabs or anything. You will see a lot of damage off of any EX confirm, though. That's what he's hunting for. He can certainly kill with a 2-bar combo. It can even come off of a random low, like there. Right on cue, Nelbomb shows me. That bar meter's still there.
It's close to building supers here. Chip out territory for sure.
Yeah, Nelbomb will not be building any V-reversals here. So there is a ultimatum, both from the time on the clock. There it is! The super meter that is built on demand. No ducking under that attack. Great horizontal advantage. That is what makes the Falk chip threat stronger than, I think, all the other characters in the game. Especially if she's not spending EX moves that often.
Yeah, just the knowledge of knowing that, knowing that that was going to chip at that exact meter build too. That was very smart from Notorious.
Yeah, it's a big chunk on that, on her kick special move.
Nice, gets the counter hit. There's a mine on play.
But Nelbomb, not deterred. Will wake up 3-frame, will confirm off of it thanks to target combo VT.
Nice, gets the overhead to the corner here. The push. Interesting. Oh my gosh.
Jumping in
there, situation is Notorious is the one that's going to win out on it. Wow.
I'm super impressed with that decision making from Notorious. Using EX Psycho Schneider all the way offensively there to make sure that the stun was secured.
And secure indeed as Notorious moves on into the bracket. Of course, Nelbomb not out just yet. We'll have to try his luck down into the lower half of the bracket, but very good, impressive Falk play from Notorious. Easily one of the stronger Falks out there that does their research. I mean, you saw the reaction to Dash Punch was just the standing medium, knowing the spacing of getting the standing medium punch into the confirm for the knockdown from Notorious, and that's just something that has to be practiced or played against. So, you know, good stuff for Notorious, bringing all the mixes to the table. The stomps, we saw a lot of good button placements, sort of try to frustrate Nelbomb or just getting in, and actually it was towards the end that Nelbomb was starting to wake up a little bit, but at that point, Notorious was just full on full steam ahead, and closed that out.
Yeah, it's so critical to. I remember the first round that we saw. It was a one-hit stun off of the pogo hop in the air from Falk. Another one-hit stun example that becomes super critical. The last run kind of closed out that similar way, where you do something a little bit unconventional at a time where it would be so rewarding.
And then that's when you bring out, you bring out some of what we would call like the cheap stuff or the dirtiness or the tech, just whatever it takes, to close out the round, especially if you haven't done it all set. That can catch a lot of players off guard if they decide to go for a decision that may be a little unconventional, but in the end, it ends up working out for them in their favor.
Yeah, the people certainly need to be educated as the set goes on. Same as the commentators, same as the players that we got watching in the stream here. We're looking to learn things over the long term, or if you're taking notes here, I mean, I commend that. That'll be some short-term learning. You should share them with me if you are, because the meta continues to develop locally here in the Casa as well as across the globe. Casa has a lot of Shotos, I have to say, and don't you worry, this matchup has one too. It's Akuma versus Shin Akuma, the nastiest, meanest, and most dishonest of the Shotos, in a costume that I'm sure is also somehow going to obscure what we're able to see. And that, I think that's the kind of tactic that you want to have, right? When you're playing a competitive video game. We've seen Itabashi Zangief play the red costumes for Geef on red stages with a red V-trigger form.
It's the color coordinated tech, and it's just odd that just this particular costume is like a lot of the Kuma players like using this particular color. So I don't know, maybe it's just some unison thing that they got going on in their chat or Discord. Yeah, this is the color that represents us. Just like that. Oh my gosh, with an EXDP.
Well, it does match the future training stage that we're going to see in Street Fighter V with the blue lines instead of the red one.
Oh, the dark theme, training mode, dark theme.
Yes, exactly. A little bit easier on the eyes for sure. But nothing easy about conditioning an opponent in a fighting game. Work of it's being done right now by both players. KO the Poet was conditioned by Street Fighter V to take the throw, even took the Demon Flip throw. Trying to fight back now, maybe get a little bit more aggressive. Got to recover some of this life. Big life lead for Shin Akuma still. Could drastically change with the counter hit light buffer and all the corner carry now too. But KO the Poet gets DP'd right out. Takes another throw out of the air.
No fear at all from Shin Akuma right now, just pressing the offensive, but this could be his undoing as KO activates, and we know what time it is.
It's time for another counter hit light. This one's going to kill, and it's going to be meterless because G-Trigger had plenty of time left to spare. And so, with all the meter left to spare now for both players, we're fully loaded going into this one. This is going to be a climactic finish, no doubt. Both of them looking to load up their V skills, trying to get the V-Trigger advantage. That's a big deal in this meta because nobody's V-shifting yet, but Shin Akuma dressing the color of the V-shift, maybe showing their excitement for the new mechanic. Bright blue teleport.
A lot of good meter on the side of Shin Akuma as well. See how he tries to utilize it.
Yeah, it's still there. Throws a meterless option. Sticking this meter around perhaps for an advantageous cancel eventually. All these Hadokens are going to be plus. Be careful of these. And KO the Poet waiting for the DP that Shin Akuma surely had loaded. It would have been meterless and invincible. So KO the Poet very wise to wait. Still has all these resources. Can certainly kill with one counter hit buffer. Shin Akuma missed that first confirm. Missed another one off the fireballs. Could KO the Poet find a super? Finds the anti-air. Combos into super off of the low. What a climactic finish from KO the Poet, who waited all day with that super meter and cashed it out. Big. 1,400 damage, $1,400 in that one. Presidential
power. It's just that the right tip part of that V skill was able to knock down Shin Akuma, and then KO just capitalized on that with the rest, and that's all she wrote from there. Very good patience from KO, not biting too much, just taking the pressure, waiting, baiting his turn. Says, you know what? I'm just gonna relax. I'm just wait till you cool down, to steam out your engine. But wow, very good way to close out that set. Let's see if you can keep it going.
Yeah, waiting was definitely the game there. Even not afraid of jump fireballs from Akuma. KO the Poet was blocking those. Sometimes finding counter hits challenging with his crouch light punch. It's a big long 4-framer. G's fingernails must be massive It's such an effective buffer for the reach of it.
Hmm.
Throw, though,
Okay.
has certainly a lot less range than Crouch Light Punch, which would have functioned really nicely as Shin Akuma walks back, baits a throw tech, finds a punish with a stand medium kick buffer.
Kuma taking that round pretty quickly. Let's see what the adjustment from KO is going to be on this one. Some
Air to
cold.
air. That's a whoosh.
Okay. Interesting play style from Shinakuma. Very aggressive. especially with
Certainly,
those
and
demons.
the Grey Life on the left bar of KO the Poet will prove it. KO the Poet still barely getting it back in time before getting anti-aired by V-Skill. Shinakuma has always been one for the unconventional anti-airs, a big fan of back heavy punch, and now V-Skill for a lot of damage and V-bar on the combo. Makes a lot of sense, because I know Akuma did lose his side switch combo with V-Skill. So you're trying to get that meter in every place you can get it now.
He's close to getting the meter right now, though. Looking really good at contesting and fighting in this neutral here. Just as I say that, here comes activation from Shinakuma.
Wow, what a crazy whip setup into Demon. Everybody fell for that one because it looked like it might have been a mistake in the whip, but it actually isn't at all. Shinakuma has the trickiest of demons, and KO the Poet was falling for it. That demon ties it up 1-1. These two are going to be locked in the training stage, the grid, for just one last game. First to two, folks. Place your bet.
So quick, so fast. So many ways to set up the demon. That was just beautiful timing from Shinakuma. Can he finish the job? And we're going into game 3.
Yeah, a lot of potential ways to mess with those with demon setups, as you do have quick rise and back rise to change how long the demon takes to reach you. So it's pretty brave to go for it as well. I like to see it from Shinakuma. Probably among the bravest Akumas. I swear you can tell by the costume.
Okay, here comes KO right now, firing back. Nice, clicks the legs. Oh, it was just enough for stun.
And who doesn't want to walk away from the command grip? Was that an attempt at a reset after a crouch heavy punch? I believe that's negative on hit, so Shinakuma mashing out righteously. The frame data said it is so.
Nice, good tech. Oh, wow, just out of range for that. Good stuff from Shinakuma and knowledge on that. Let's see.
Yeah, it's a nice safe bet. You get to whiff punish and axe kick if it does come. And axe kick pretty likely to come when G is in G trigger and looking to cancel off of axe kick into V skill and become plus. Functions pretty well as a dive kick. Oh, so that was the plan. His controller did not DC. He was standing and then blocked the jump in after as proof. He could have been walking back that whole time.
They towards the corner, he wanted like crouching heavy punch and then the kick, but the kick just didn't come out. Shinakuma right now on the offense gets the counter hit.
Oh, it's happening quick. And it comes off the overhead.
Your vegetables, ladies and gentlemen, please.
Such a classic opener of cans, and you know what's in those cans that got opened by forward medium punch. It was the vegetables. Pure fundamental fighting games. You use overhead once per set, right? That's the law that all the Shoto players follow, and Shinakuma, equally a Shoto player, follows it to perfection.
Okay, very good stuff. Very good awareness. Congratulations to Shinakuma's going to move on into this bracket of Titans. One step closer to cementing his seat in that top 8 big dinner table. We will see as the tournament moves on. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in and watching some Casa Street Fighter V Friday night action.
You know, one step closer, that's not how the Casa gauntlet goes. As it is one step closer in terms of speaking. But at Casa, this is a very steep staircase. Sometimes it'll feel like you're climbing it with 2 hands, maybe more like a fire escape. A lot of holes to fall down in between the steps. It's dangerous out here. You could be playing people from all over the country.
Very, very dangerous indeed. The floor is creaking as each step you take. Just don't know if it's going to support you, and you just got to keep climbing and climbing until you eventually get there. But
keep climbing. Eventually, you'll go north. You'll find that. Oh yeah, the Canadians are playing in Casa too. I said country. I meant countries. This is a North American tournament. Continental.
All right, appreciate that. We're gonna get set up for our next match on deck. I appreciate everyone who's donating to the Matcherino. We do have that available for tonight using that exclamation Matcherino. Donate free 50 cents towards the pot using that promo code Casa SFV 43 40 30 60 in the pot. And again, all donations are appreciated and welcome. So let's get into this match here.
I encourage them just as much as I like to encourage players picking strategic costumes. Zaffarino, ever the optimizer, picking the gray and red costume on training stage, blending in perfectly. He must spend a lot of time in here. He's designed his costume around it too, but we know he does. We've seen his stream. We've seen this all before. Usually it's with Zagat. Today it's with Akuma, and Lizardman is a victim right now. Finds a V-trigger activation though. This is big momentum for Rashid, who gets to exit the corner and preserve his meter, finding a counter hit combo. If we see a one-hit stun here, Akuma can die. It's a two-hit stun. No kill yet. But Super's coming up in a while. It could kill on the next touch after this one.
He went low again?
Looking for it.
Wow.
Able to just call out forward movement, something aggressive coming from Zaf, who wanted to get back into that round as it slipped away from him slowly at first and then increasingly quickly. Same momentum is being kept up right now by Lizardman, fighting from Wisconsin, sliding around in the baseball outfit.
With so many sequences for towards that previous round, and Lizardman right now just on the offensive. I am not sure what that was about, but it managed to hit something with the V-trigger.
Some momentum was created. That was not truly a waste. Things could have been worse. Great answer. So one thing about the baseball outfit on Rashid, baseball players don't wear shin guards like soccer players do. The legs are exposed. We've seen Zaf find a lot of success with the crouch medium kick. That's why he's safe and comfortable activating off of it. Almost creating a corner situation, finding the throw text to save his life. Still so much V-trigger to work with. Just has to survive Rashid's, and he does. Wow, Rashid got left off that V-trigger than Zaf. But then another low crouch medium kick is the tail of the tape so far. Lizardman finds a simple safe buffer just after a dash. That's a quick one from Rashid. 15 frame dash.
No fear at all. Lizardman just taking the fight to Zaf. Said that, man, you better get that cigar on me if you want to stay in this. But no, Zaf is determined. That's what we not know. Let's see what he can do against the storm of pressure that Lizardman is bringing to the table.
Lizardman surely a little bit disappointed that that counter hit combo didn't connect. Stand medium punch does have enough advantage, so maybe a little too far, maybe a little too late on the timing. Who knows? Without taking full advantage though, we've now crossed the midway point of the stage. Lizardman a little bit closer to the corner, wanting to rectify that by eagle clicking right into a V-skill. What an amazing parry from Zaf, who is now punishable on this activation.
Wow.
Die.
Zero fear from Lizardman. No scare, I don't scare. What he's saying right now. Taking really good momentum and pressure.
Absolutely blessed line from Chris, who let us all repeat it into eternity.
Go for it again. Low. And to make sure. Oh.
It's been confirmable choices most of the time from Lizardman. Either safe or confirmable. Finding a huge punish, no doubt. A neutral jump first. V-trigger on the activation. Faroki finds an overhead. That was actually still... I'm not sure if that was safe having gone through the V-trigger. Zaffarino's trying to make the most of it. Has a V-trigger to use himself.
See. Half is activated. Their fireballs. Let's see what the response is.
Continuing to wait.
Oh, we could have had a big punch if you just would have waited a little bit, but... Alright, there it is.
What happened to the knockdown? Why?
Animation, he was out there! Oh, Capcom, please!
I mean, look, I opened the stream reciting biblical verse. I think God was against Zaf on that one. That TP was not allowed to hard knockdown. Spinning mixer didn't hit all the way. Zaf was a little too far from the first hit, so he survives. Akuma living with just a pixel. Finds a punish on the overhead, doesn't get it!
That is all she wrote. Lizardman happily will take that for sure. What an interesting interaction with that DP and Rashid. Sheesh. That can happen, but when it does, it's always funny to look at.
An incredible heartbreaker for Zaf, I have to say. He surely believed that he was just going to do a simple stand medium kick and a Tatsu punish to survive that round. But Lizardman, I mean, you can see Rashid's got a big smile on his face. He feels like he got away with something there. And, you could say he did, but you could also say these players could meet again later on in the bracket because Casa is just getting started tonight. We're blowing the roof off the house tonight. The insurance policy will pay us back big. Help us do so by contributing to our Matcherino. We got a free code tonight. I believe it's Casa SF543 to spawn 50 cents into thin air. If we combine enough 50 cents together, what kind of party ingredients could we pick up, Shadow Ace? Talk to me.
With that 50 cents added into the pot, brings a little something extra to the table, a little extra put into the pockets of these warriors that are going through this gauntlet. I mean, 37 deep strong. Everybody in here, I guess, is trying to get that, whether they want to get that last minute practice in or, say their farewells to the game before it changes completely. This is definitely one of the opportunities to do so. It'll be this tournament, and then next week's tournament will be like the last two for this season before 5 starts. So very exciting, to see the swan song for this season and see what new surprises we have in store for you guys.
It could be surprises. Even if I'm not surprised, I'll probably enjoy it. We got a lot of repeat champions in our time in Casa. I mean, we've done 43 of these. Very close to a year of them now in total. And sometimes just revisiting old friends in there are my old roommates in Casa. The Long Island room was always up the latest at night, loudly playing, always mashing that DP. Putting the copy pasta in the Twitch chat, if y'all still know about that.
Originals, the Casa originals.
Absolutely.
Good times for sure, man. And even great times ahead for as well as we're getting ready to get into our next match that we have coming up for you guys.
Yeah, it's I saw Yawn. Now I'm seeing some new ads for Street Fighter V Season Pass. All that stuff will be good, I assume. Hey, look, it's Metro. I know this guy. He's no rookie. He would have qualified for Capcom Cup if that thing didn't get canceled.
Oh no. He's bringing it to us with this claw in the castle. Let's see what he does against OGion's Laura here. Okay. To the corner here. Consistent pressure. Oh my gosh. Smell the armpits, please.
Yeah, that Sam medium punch looks like a counter hit. I thought it might have linked into whatever Ogion would have gone for after because of the counter hit, but I guess the choice was a little too slow or off time. And Laura, so excited to jump in on you. Metro just got caught whiffing a button. Able to recover fully, though. Completely cornering Laura now. Still having to deal with a lot of V-trigger, but Vega has a lot of ways to go through these. I was about to say, you got EX roll for projectile invincibility, sweep to hit under it, Buster Claw to crush counter it, cross up to go over it if you want to, jump leg kick, jump medium kick. Classic tools to take a little bit of damage towards the end of a scramble situation.
Right. See if Ogion can get back into it, but Metro starts off with the EX. We're going to get again 2 scoops.
2 scoops, full bar of meter built back, and Metro V-Skill 2 is right out of there. V-Skill 2, an essential ingredient in the come-up of Vega here in Season 4/5. Who doesn't love an invincible backdash with an optional attack? That sounds a lot like V-Shift to me. You want to see a preview of the mechanic.
Air checks, good spacing and control by Metro right now. Controlling the tempo, so good on this, getting those air-to-airs there in his favor. Big mountain for Ogion to climb here. Raw activation.
Yeah, so the raw activation is going to be a great tool to start climbing this mountain. Crush counter into EX knockdown, stun is mounting. This is dangerous situation. That's the best way for Vegas to get under the corner. And Metro finds like a secret meaty, and then right on cue, I foreshadowed this. Sweeping under EX Thunderclap, or any Thunderclap, is an excellent tool for Vega. Metro knew that going in and brought it out at the perfect time to take the first game in this set.
Very good awareness for Metro. Let's see what Ogion can do to answer back. Hopefully he'll take note of when to space out those Thunderbolts here. Let's see.
So far, Thunderclap doing a lot of work to push Metro towards the corner. It even offered a combo there, but OGL was looking for something else, still in mix-up mode rather than confirm mode.
Okay, there it is with the slide. Just reacting to that is Metro right now.
Yeah, and Metro, even in addition to that, very familiar with the range that Laura players like Yon feel comfortable throwing out the Thunderclap. That's where the sweep comes out, around that mid-range, just outside of Buster Claw range.
Alright, stun draining right now off of Metro's side. Let's see what he can do. Has V-Trigger, 2 bars, and a dream. Let's see. Dash ups, see if those get checked. Interesting.
3-frame trade led to a nice return to neutral for Metro, but neutral's a lot harder to play when you feel more scared to do anything confident because your life lead is non-existent. Your life deficit exists. That's always a problem when you're playing a character like Vega, who kind of relies more on the neutral game, finding smaller hits. Big momentum hits starting here for Yon, who's now cornering Metro all the way across the other side of the stage. That's how fast Vega can go back with his walk back and his V reversals. But a reversal of fortune comes with EX Barcelona dive. In the corner now is Yon.
Yeah, consistent pressure, mixing it up with the stances. Here comes the OG Yon, pushing right back into the corner. Oh, decides to challenge that. Okay.
Yeah, and a brave challenge that works out for Yon, who is now close to cornering Metro and has V-Trigger activation ready to force a mix-up situation with Super on the line to kill for a lot of different confirms are here for Laura, actually. It's rare that she has a chance for Super. That's it, you can Super here.
There it is. There it is.
That's
just as you predicted.
Yep. You can do it off overhead once you activate VT. She becomes +4, so light kick into light elbow. Recently made cancelable into super. That adds a lot of damage for her super combo, so you're starting to see Laura's super a lot more when she does get it. It's just rare that she has the chance to. But be aware of that, because a character like Laura, who can safely buffer her low into light elbow and then choose to cancel it into super only on hit, is incredibly dangerous, because light elbow is going to be safe on block regardless.
You still have that option available too as well. Let's see here, game 3, forcing that situation. Let's find out. Low taps. See, Metro is back, is literally against the wall, trying to decide when to do something.
+1 on the dash here. Vega holding that because Laura's got that 3-frame privilege. And look how content Yon is to just let Metro's V reversals be used so that Yon can continue cornering Metro. It's this more active play style, contesting the space, pressing the normal buttons first is when Metro finds a lot of hits and success. But he could get jumped over. That's where air to air comes in real handy.
Okay, backs up here. Oh, good, even on life. Okay, with the slide.
The slide function does a whiff punish. Nice preemptive use. Very brave as Metro, even with the game deficit. With a life lead, though, those EX roll reactions are not coming in time. That Thunderclap recovery is pretty quick. Strange mix-up situation, a scramble. Maybe move Vega forward out of the corner. Here's a mix-up situation, gets anti-aired. I've never seen Vega be so discouraged. And a command grab with V-Trigger. Still alive as Vega.
And the light, the low.
No longer alive. A counter hit as well. Metro maybe caught pro-teching for his winner's bracket life. Yon full speed ahead, looking for the 2-0. Every Laura player, every grappler in the universe, even the Vega players sometimes, they're looking for the swift 2-0 more than anything.
And that was very smart to just use the Buster Claw just to push the hurt box forward towards that end. But let's go back into this OG Yon's taking a lot of offensive here.
Consistent success anti-airing EX wall dives, always with such an advantageous knockdown. Quarter circle forward heavy punch. And a great meterless way to do damage. Another super is here for Laura to use. Not likely to see it unless Metro will die from it, though. Yon wants to save some meter going to the next round, and we'll get the chance to a 2-bar lead because Metro used EX roll to secure that round to survive. So pretty good advantage here for Yon if they do want to take the set with this 3-bar super meter versus the 1.5.
Okay, nice. Good air entire throw there.
Got to start spending it, though, because you're not building it anymore if you're not spending. Not even canceling the heavy punch. Committed.
Okay. Maybe some frustration coming on the side of OG Yon? This looks different on his playstyle right now. He's taking a lot of unnecessary damage.
Oh,
no.
super
Well,
reaches from so far. It is a
it's-
4-frame grab. Who knows what they could have thought?
right. See, this is meterless. Let's see what he had. See what he got. Oh, that should
The
be
super.
it. Yeah.
What?
Oh, wait.
Super! Chip is still there though. Laura is stuck in V-trigger mode for a long time. Just a little bit more chip, but punishable on the V skill. Trying to survive.
Oh,
And
nice.
a V skill 2 dodge comboed into sweep. Yo, that looked like V shift to me.
That was definitely V shift. That was a V shift opportunity there. Yo, good stuff to Metro. That drop was very, very scary there. And you could see OG Young trying to take advantage of that, but towards the end, like you said, he activated the V shift. He said, "Nope, overhead wheel kick for you."
Yeah, there was a lot of V shifting going on at the end there from Vega V skill 2. It came up like twice in both of the potential mix-up situations that Yon may have been able to use. And I have to say, like, I'd be really excited to lab that Vega V skill 2 as a reversal option right now, knowing what it may be able to teach us about V shift and how we're going to have to apply our collective analysis as a community to countering that. Because I know we're all Street Fighter 5 players. We're looking to have messed up Oki, offensive dominance, not a single defensive champion. It's like, just kidding. This tournament is won by Shotos and Zaffarino and Sagat players like quite frequently. But you know, I know the people have been hungry for defense.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting how that mechanic. If you saw, I mean, of course you've seen the trailer. The way Dan used it was a reaction to a fireball, and he just punished it towards the end of the demonstration, which is mind blowing onto how V shift is going to work. And it's going to be used in situations like that to create those clutch moments. So it's just meter management is going to play a big role going forward within the upcoming season. So this is just something that'll have to be labbed. You know, everything's going to have to be labbed. Everyone's starting fresh. So we'll see how that goes.
A lot of people like to say that some fighting games prioritize the ability to react more than others, or that some versions of the game allowed people to react more than others. In the case of Street Fighter V, having input lag reduced, that certainly did happen. But the big thing that is striking me about V-Shift is that it creates slow motion on use when successfully phasing through something. And that's a huge opportunity to react, and people like that kind of involved, guaranteed answer type gameplay. So slow motion will be hype. Every fighting game officially has slow motion now in some capacity, whether it's randomly triggered or intentionally.
All right, there it is. Let's see. Back into the match here. K Money Sim God going up against Pink the God. So interesting. They're both rocking the pink. So let's see what happens here in this.
Yeah, I'm glad K Money has dressed the part. Punk, a big lover of pink now as a tag and as a color to represent. Even saw Ingrid back in the day, pretty close to a pink on that character as well. K-Money, the Sim God, getting parried. The first V-Trigger 2 use we see, and it's successful from Punk mounting a huge comeback. And K-Money, after EX Grip finds a second one, staying in the air, letting Punk run into it. K-Money, the Sim God. Two gods going at it right here. I'm convinced this is going to be a monumentous cosmic clash. The training stage walls are going to collapse by the end. We're going to be revealed to be in space.
Godzilla versus King Kong, two gods right now. Let's see what happens. V reversals into the corner.
So much great life on both players' life bars right now. K-Money in no position to defend it. So close to the corner. Punk takes the opportunity to run in, finds a huge chunk of damage, and still has one bar to kill on the next combo. We know this Karen damage. It will certainly kill now. Doesn't even need it. Doesn't even need it, and good to save it, knowing that Dalsum has so little life, you can use the meterless option. Now you have 2 bars for real kill combos going into round 3. Finds it off of a buffer. Yeah, and a corner situation created right off of the bat because of the strength of the EX buffer off of Crouch Medium Punch. Just contesting space for Dalsum's limbs to run into. And now a couple
That's
tags on the floor from Punk. Is he looking for a reset shimmy? K-Money stays solid. A chance now to play neutral, activate some BT, maybe get some kind of comeback started. And activation to start. Great Life will be important. But Karen has just barely enough space to walk out of the fire.
Comfortable right now. Punk's in the lead. He's comfortable forcing K-Money to come to him to do something. 2 bars. You know he's looking for that money shot. The big confirm there was out the set.
With 53 seconds on the clock, I think K-Money's still comfortable playing slow for a little bit longer. A throw tech, though. Already the correct defensive read from Punk. K-Money make it... Oh! And a teabag instead of a kill combo. And overhead, just one more downward motion from the body. On top of a very fast stun at the start of this round. Punk has now mounted a lot of momentum here against K-Money. In a clash from the gods, we're going to need K-Money's disciples to start praying real hard. We got to see some belief. Whether you're Buffalo FGC or a Dhalsim fan, let's see it from Sim God.
Those extra squats may have done some mental damage to the K-Money, but let's see if we can shake it off and get back into the set. With the push counter for Punk, gets the slide switch. And his V-trigger does activate, yes.
Dhalsim sucks. He can't do light combos from that range in EX, unfortunately, and it's such a constant problem. Equally constant problem is this parry, leading to full combos from Dhalsim limbs, even from further away than Dhalsim gets any damage from.
Punk said he's willing to take the trade any day. To back into his favor. Full offense going. Pink the God here.
K-Money's rounds are starting off so strong, but the corner becomes such a problem. The same is true right now. A big counter hit conversion here. And 2 shimmies in a row. That one's overhead. A one-hit stun on the throw leads to a kill. Oh no! Not again. Just end the set.
Oh my gosh, Punk, please.
Hey, I think K-Money was willing to just respectfully take death at the end of the stun off the throw that we all knew would lead to a kill. I think that stick might have been put down long ago. Not out of frustration, just out of respect.
He said, you know what? Go ahead and get your box of golden grams. You earned it, sir. That was definitely quite the show there. From Punk putting on an impressive using match as usual there in the normal Punk flair, but it's going to move on into the bracket. K-Money not out of it just yet, though. There's an opportunity to get his seat in the big top 8.
Yeah, that sounds like Punk maybe playing with a stream on for themselves, maybe a private audience, making some dares to himself, perhaps. Either way, I'm sure the audience was very pleased with the bloodshed that went on down there. Punk's been defining the bloodshed meta since Season 2. Even in 2016, at that Red Bull tournament in Seattle, what was it, Battlegrounds? Proving Grounds? I think it was Proving Grounds. La was proved already back there. Punk's run in this game has been so impressive for so long.
Good stuff indeed. Before we get into our next match, I want to remind the good folks at home, we do have a Matcherino. If you enjoyed the content you saw, want to support the stream, want to support the players into the event, hitting that exclamation mark Matcherino will bring you up to that page where you can input that promo code, the Casa SFV43, free 50 cents into the pot. Side quests are available to donate an additional, or if you want to generously donate out of the kindness of your own heart for the event, that is also an option as well. We do appreciate any and all donations, and thank you so much for supporting Casa live and direct on this Friday night, commentating this great action with Mr. Monkey Business himself. It's always a pleasure, sir.
Certainly, and it's always a pleasure. It continues to be. It will always be. Such is the case with every matchup I have ever watched in Street Fighter V. Show me the Urian mirror, I will still find something enlightening. Whether it's my own reflection in the Aegis or whatever I see from whatever players we got. Whatever we got is coming up soon. We just gotta please wait as our players load in. Maybe taking their time to pick their V-skills or V-triggers in the 10 seconds the game gives them once they see the opponent. This color is banned. Polynator is breaking the rules. This is a banned color.
No, this is a bad color. This is not official Capcom Esports Casa color choice pick, but I think these two warriors are just play it out, it seems.
You know, for various reasons, both of these costumes may be banned if they were to appear in a grand finals at a tournament like Capcom Cup, or even.
For sure. For sure.
If I remember the fate of Armika and Fudo's favorite costume. And so, you know, I'm not going to deny that to Pollinator. I'll rock the red color on the red training stage. I love it when people blend in.
I wonder how that's going to look on the dark stage, too, as well. Would that have any effect?
Isn't Chun so blessed to have her stun take effect only at the end of EX legs, which is so often the move to secure the stun because it is a 5-frame advancing special move that's safe on block? They love throwing that thing out. They love linking into it off of counter hit forward medium punch. Such Chun classic staples that Lud's been representing for a very long time in this game. One of them also is air legs, converting right there.
You hope that it's not going to stun. Be like, oh, yes, it's not going to stun. But then, nope, it's that last hit. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you're spent up so long waiting to finally have your fate revealed by the stun bar, and then the birds or the bells finally start singing or ringing.
Okay,
respectively.
Okay, nice good block, kind of sweep setup. Okay, no cross under.
Pollinator finding so many sweep hits, not looking to combo off that fierce. Fawn did have one bar, but we know the character does do low damage. We certainly wouldn't have seen a kill. In fact, it's more likely that Lud now kills with Kokosho at the ready for combos into EX legs or more Kokokins.
Interesting check there. Okay, didn't really want to get for the anti-air situation, but stayed on the ground.
When you see a trade like that with two normals of the same strength, that means they truly activated the exact same frame. You could see that it was a standing normal from Chun. Her crouching light kick is a 3-frame, so if that were crouching light kick, we could have seen a counter hit there for Lud into what would have been potentially a comeback, maybe a kill with a counter hit buffer.
Nice, wow, anti-air Ryubenda.
Yeah, we got to pay some credit and attention to Pollinator's ability to move around this screen with a character like Fang, who has to move unconventionally, whether it be by flying around and announcing that he's a bird, or rolling around with a evasion.
But
jump into space with normals and rolls.
Nice. Again, consistent pressure. Oh no, nothing after those lights there. Blood. Here we go with the activation though. Air check. No side switch. Okay, stay.
Yeah, that's gonna kill. I think Fawn is now a 975 life character. Oh, not dead. Oh, dead. Oh, how could I have hesitated? That is the decision-making process of a fighting game loser, not one who wins the match. The winner doesn't hesitate. I should know this. I've been in this community for too long to be making that mistake. Believe like Lud believed. Not that the Oki off that super wouldn't have led to a kill anyway.
And going right back to character select. See what the pick is, what Polly wants to do. Lud is up that one game here.
You know, looking back through our battle lounge, we see so many of our previous matches. A lot of people like to use this in-game chat feature with pre-written messages. I saw that Yawn was apparently asking for Metro M's birdie. Politely.
Good stuff. Yep, sending out those messages. Yo, I would like to play this matchup instead, please. Thanks. But let's see what if Polly's gonna make the switch. It's gonna probably change colors, maybe realizing that's not the official attire to wear tonight's event. And he goes back to default. Okay. And once
Can't go wrong with default.
Round one.
This is Fawn we're talking about here. We're not going to forget. We're not going to make him look like any other character than the one he's intended to be. I mean, we don't get to see him very often. Unless you're maybe watching a lot of West Coast action, like at SF. A lot of West Coast fangs out here.
Nice throw. Try to walk up for another one. Only with the jab checks. Okay.
Already crouching his blood, so that bird is available for the punish.
See, oh, throws him right out of the coward crouch there. That there will be no cowards in this dojo.
Yeah, throws will never be low profile. They have a very tall hitbox and throw box, whatever the word may be. Always a good choice defensively, especially if you have such a life lead and Fawn can't move away from you possibly if he's stuck crouching. Waiting the whole time. Excellent patience from Pollinator, finding Fawn's best punish.
He's gonna be a lot more. He wants to put Mud down, tie this up, keep staying to the winner's side. Bracket here. It's the fist, the right hand of the forbidden one.
Lud has found a lot of success ending poison by swinging with Stand Heavy Punch and tagging Pollinator as soon as possible. Flying into the corner now is Pollinator and has VT activation, probably looking for a chance to use it. It is Fawn's VT2. This one can mount some comebacks, especially when combined with Super Meter. Only 1.5 bars though, and will maybe die in just one throw after that Gray Life applied from Lud. So Pollinator's in trouble, but able to get the Gray Life back now, so not going to die just yet.
Yeah, it's very rough, difficult spot for Polly.
Oh, on reaction to Ryobenda, Super comes. Incredible reaction time from Blood. I think that Super could have come out maybe like 12 frames later and still punished. Like, I can't believe how fast Lud was there. It looked like a quick input Super from Granblue or something.
If he was ready, he was waiting. Said, you know what? I know you're going to try to do something, some kind of setup or something. So instantly he saw the purple cloud. That was it. That was the only confirmation he needed to confirm that Super and take the game. Stuff for Lud.
Rio bending this game to their will is Lud. Just choosing to win with Super at a moment's notice. Really one of the first opportunities I think Lud had as well to be using Super to invincibly end a round to go through something. So it's good to keep that off of the opponent's mind and save it for such an important round to win. Like the first round you have an opportunity to win the set off of.
Yeah, it was interesting placement on interesting movement from Polly's end as far as like the jumping and flying, trying to rearrange the position, at wanting to deal with it, but then slowly Lud started to catch on, started to anti-air with the roundhouse, standing roundhouse, and deterred him from taking to the skies as he was before. But Polly really couldn't get the offense that he wanted going. Lud was just literally in full control that match there. So let's move on. Polly's not out just yet though. Let's see what he can do, shake up some things, throw some purple stuff into that loser's bracket, but we're gonna go right on into the next match. We got Adam R going up against Crouch Fierce, I believe.
This could have been a Urian mirror. Crouch Fierce, I think, was named because Crouch Fierce is Urian's launcher. We've seen Crouch Fierce do a lot of work with Urian's Crouch Fierce in these tournaments. Today it's going to be both of Zeku's Crouch Fierces. We got 2 of them. This man's going to turn Yun eventually. He's up against Adamar, who's been rocking this orange Urian shirt since day one. I'm glad this man found his color and his matching kicks.
Definitely, but not the traditional Zeku that you see start off, round start Graham, and then switch to Young. Country is going to try to get some pressure on him, but Adam R, the offensive move.
One thing you immediately want to take note of as a Zeku player in this matchup is that Urian's a 4-frame character. So your Young Man's going to be a lot more effective with frame traps, particularly Old Man's Stand Heavy Punch stance cancel is +1. That means you can use your 5-frame medium punch with Yun Zeku and get a huge counter hit confirm against any normal that Urian could possibly press. All those things are so threatening that you might take some throws. That's what Crouch Fierce knows. And so round 1 passes. Crouch Fierce wins it convincingly.
Right, Adam starting off with immediate EX tackle at the start of the round there. See, we need a lot more though.
Adamar is dressed the color of EX tackle. Man knows what he likes. Whether it's -4, -2, or neutral like it started in Season 2. And in feature 2, by the way, from Crouch Fierce, this one's hard to find good activations on. It's got to be on hit or as an anti-air or a guaranteed punish. Oh, and a back throw right back into the corner. I was surprised we didn't see a tech. I was surprised also by the headbutt. Crouch Fierce wasn't. Was looking for as many opportunities to use that devastating 150 damage back throw from Yunzeku. I think it's 160 actually. That thing
Might
hurt.
as well be it just might as well just be a command throw at this point. As far as good as Young Zeku's back throw is, it's just really good. All around.
It has the same Oki. It has the same Oki as the Zangief V Trigger 2 command grab, in that it doesn't have much unless you do Yunman sweep to kind of force the situation. And in certain situations, you can do that. You can be backed up by a V Trigger cancel, or a V Trigger tool use to make any normal cancelable. But you're not going to be seeing that from Crouch Fierce, because this is V Trigger 2. He's looking for anti-airs with this thing. Keep an eye out. Not looking too hard, though. That would mean you'd whiff DP, like we saw right there.
Right, nice. EX tackle there, good tech. Handy, he says.
Yeah.
Buttons here. Let's see. Crouch Fierce does have meter. Try to look for an activation. Oh, that could have been it on that jump, but I think he may have been ready for it.
Big advantage with Old Man is you can have cancelable low medium kick. Great way to discourage backwards movement. You can condition them to stop moving backwards with Old Man, and then use that conditioning when you transform into Young Man in the blink of an eye. Prevent them from walking out of your amazing throw with your fast walk speed. It's huge damage. There's medium punch. Don't you forget how plus that button is. Don't you forget how much damage this anti-air does.
Nice. Confirms
No meter here for the combo, though.
Nice. Okay, Adam finds the hit.
And it's all frame traps. I felt such tension as Adamar kept extending the block string, but with forthright belief in the value of the frame trap, not a single throw necessary for Adamar finding the counter hit confirm buffer and taking that round.
It's good confirm there from Crouch Fierce as well. It's going to throw the cat, the weasel, whatever creature you want to call it. The EX there. Interesting. Forcing them to react to something with the grams. Using those for the spacing.
Adamar looking to use EX Blindlet's knee, maybe to bait some DPs, which we've seen Crouch Fierce miss a couple of already. We also saw no DP on the previous jump-in. Adamar might want to keep that in mind. Urian's got a big, tall jump heavy punch. It's pretty useful if they're not contesting it. In range of a link into light, but not the target combo. Great use of shoulder, though, regardless. Adamar super aware and has VT at the ready. Take the throw, though, to make sure this VT section could lead to a kill.
And it does.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay.
Had all the meter to extend the combo off of EX projectile. Had all the confidence to keep locking Zeku down. All it took was one throw, and that one throw is what I think gave Adamar the surefire confidence that said, either they die as I jail them here in these mirrors with these projectiles and this block string, or I do so much chip and Great Life that the throw might kill them at the end anyway.
In both of those situations, good awareness from Adamar. That confirms see the one-up piece will go into game 3 here.
Quarrel kick has gotten so good. You can link off it like that.
Back in the old man dashes up here.
Yeah, Old Man has nothing to fear. V-Skill 2, plenty punishable. Crouch Fierce happened to be moving forward and made the most of it.
We turn around for momentum on Adam's side. Gets the double scoop.
Marching forward. Having V-Trigger now for the throw, Crouch Fierce is looking to kill quick. That does a lot of damage. We could see a kill if anything got comboed into, and it does. No V-Trigger activation for Adamar. A huge loss of momentum for them. VT, I think, is real valuable, but you hit a point where, like, one throw will kill you, and you're like, I think V-Reversal would be really helpful right now.
I think regular EX would have just killed, but I think he just wanted to that confirm off of it. Oh no! Okay, let's see.
And maybe looking for heavy headbutt instead. Light headbutt also whiffs. Old Man demon flip gimmicks. Not looking so gimmicky right now. Crouch Fierce with 100% success. Hasn't been anti-aired once. All the throws have landed every time they've been gone for, and EX headbutt finally lands. Adamar needs this one to stay alive. After marching forward so fiercely earlier, he's got to press some fierce against Crouch Fierce. Keeping the block string going with Grey Life, a throw tech though.
Nice, just good defense, good patience.
It was a punishable normal. Crouch Fierce didn't even swing on it. Maybe it was afraid of the Aegis cancel, which Urian players use to cover themselves. 2 Crouch Fierces from Adamar. Full Oki after on the follow-up, and a low check from Crouch Fierce. Crouch low is just as well, just as good. That thing hits low, and it's the only touch Zeku needed to secure that one and win this at 2-1. It was a brawl, though, just as I expected from two bruiser characters like this.
Definitely, you saw the conditioning from both sides. You saw the awareness as far as Crouch Fierce having to go against one of the characters he plays in this Adam R, just taking really good damage as far as getting that. But towards the end, it would be not Crouch Fierce that wins the match. The crouching light kick taking that, and that's going to push him forward into the bracket. Of course, Adam R not out of it just yet for that action. And once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this action to Casa SFV. We're just under 2 weeks away from the big one. And I am very, very excited to see what direction this game is going to go. And just to see all the new things that are going to develop from it. That's going to come from it, for sure. I mean, of course, we just got a little sample in those preview clips about what characters can do now. And it's just going to be a lot more to go. And it'll feel like a fresh new game. So I'm excited. Can't wait.
Yeah, I saw that Yeef clip with VT2, him activating into VTC off of Lariat on hit. That's a pretty nice little conversion. I'm sure he could squeeze a little bit more damage out of that. Especially a way to use the activation, which previously it was just like a grounded link or a frame trap on block. Pretty conventional use. Among them, also I saw Nikali having a timer on his V-trigger, so he can eventually use V-shift after his V-trigger. I assume
Right.
some of his moves get buffed in V-trigger to compensate for that. I'm excited to see exactly how that's done. I saw a cool ground bounce in that footage.
Right, Nash's V skill no longer knocking down. It actually just sucks them in a little bit. I think it makes it +4 with the EX Fireball now, EX Booms. So there's that. I think Jury also gets. I'm not sure because it looks like Jury. I don't know what they gave Jury. I think she could still do the exact same combo they showed in the clip, unless I'm missing something, or maybe like it just it drained more meter faster.
I think I saw a cancel into super on the link, but that one I could make conjecture about till the end of time. But I know the only person who can really tell me the answer is probably not playing Jury anymore. Maybe they will after, though.
We got more Zeku action coming up. If you want to get Mylin. All right, let's see what happens here.
Yeah, stock is up in Zeku. It's a long investment playing this character because you're actually playing two. Great use of Old Man so far to set up a Young Man, but a 3-frame jab from Mylin, looking like a 2-frame jab in the IDOM outfit, using the IDOM technique of the 2-frame jab, finding counter hits and fighting back. Mylin so close to being able to activate V-trigger. Looks like Acknowledges is looking to end this set before the activation, finding a nice throw.
Then also hit kills. And so the V trigger using not using V trigger 2, but rocking the V trigger 1. And also the V-Skill 1, so no access to the animals. Let's see.
Yeah, V-Skill 1's an excellent tool for Zeku to have a little bit more variety in the way that they can choose to end his combos. Especially off of meterless conversions, it's nice to have around for the side switch or the age switch. Oh, charging 2-1 was Mylin. Rank 69, level 99 in player points. Warlord Mylin charging 2-1 after stun. This game is infinitely refreshing. Some people just mash harder on stun. Acknowledgix is fighting for this one. Even has a V-trigger to fight with and finds a huge opportunity to use it. Gonna save it actually, I think, for some rushdown. It is VT1 this time from Zeku. There it is. Finds a throw. Can stun with slide. It's a huge hit before stun. This will kill for sure. Where's the stun? What's happening? I mean, excellent foresight to be mashing during the combo regardless. Acknowledgix both mashing out of stun and mashing out of their own combo drop after stun with EXDP, saving themselves twice with pure force of will.
By the skin of his chinny chin chin. I call it smart mashing. Good stuff from Acknowledge from Logix.
It's yes, absolutely informed mashing. Mylin putting the clothes back on this time. I never even knew this outfit had a robed version. All these Laura players are always looking to party by round 1.
All right, let's see if the party can keep going though for Logics right now. In the Zeku, but oh, I don't think Mylin was very appreciative of the last set. We're starting to see a little bit more aggression coming out from that side.
Active frames on Kokugrom looking ridiculous. Crosscut DP2 this time from Acknowledgix, who's holding their ground so firmly with the old man. Already ready to activate with V-Trigger. Can find a lot of different great ways to do it with Zeku. Probably switch to Young Man Sweep. Isn't able to get it. And Mylin scouting it out with blocking. Now can kill off of one more touch. It doesn't come. Interrupt. I'll hit on sweep into Oki. That round just kept going.
Wow. Man is applying all the logic right now into this match. Trying to move forward into this bracket. Let's see. Mylin can do something about that.
That's the speedrun round. We've all seen that exact round before, right? We know Laura meaty overhead V skill into a medium cancel for a full launcher. Gotta keep your eyes out. Frame trap for the overhead this time for Mylin to spend a lot of meter on the way to the perfect. It's worth it, right? It's golden, it's shining up there, but with this Acknowledgix meter lead, I think Young Man's pretty excited to use some of this EX meter, maybe on some runs. EX launcher from Old Man is really strong. Super anti-air is also very strong. By the way, you can do sweep for Oki here if you want. Oh, only if you're Young Man though. I guess, was it a standing block for Mylin? I think sweep might have worked. Old Man just doesn't have that access though.
He's stuck in old man form right now. See, to this corner, stuff is building up. Oh, but a big neutral jump, but the drop!
The combos off of jump-ins have been a struggle today. Mylin also been struggling to land the command grabs. Acknowledgix has had excellent reads or guesses, depending upon what you want to call them, in the offensive situations. So it's normals now, firm frame traps. Once again, Mylin not able to get the combo on that one despite continuously frame trapping. Hard situation now. And a cross-up jump choice is excellent because that preserves your offense if they aren't V-reversaling through you. If they are slightly reaching to the other side, you're going to hit them anyway because it was a cross-up jump choice, an informed choice from Mylin, showing the value of all that online experience, showing the knowledge that they have cultivated in so many years of dedicated Laura maining.
Very good stuff. But Logic seems to be having some difficulty here as far as keeping it together, as far as his combos. We saw that first set work out for him, but I mean, a little bit more drops coming out from him. So let's see what we can do to clean up this 1-1 right now.
Yeah, maybe some over optimization, trying to incorporate new things with like fierce combos instead of the comfortable mediums that you might more typically see off of jump-ins. Whatever the choice is, I support Acknowledgix in their quest to make the best decision they can.
In the situation and the pressure, they're probably just playing with what they know.
Yeah, Mylin made a great choice cashing out on the Grey Life with a forward throw. That was like 300 damage on throw. Not even needing to preserve the Oki here. Walking back. See, yeah, Old Man's got the low threat, but Mylin caught on just in time that Acknowledgix was ready to go low after seeing Mylin walk back.
Just in the gram, trying to keep it, but oh, this is Mylin's getting closer and closer, but no reaction from Mylin from the neutral jump. Oh, yep, Logic's now able to get that jump in.
Mylin getting naked because they got caught scrambling a little too early on the attempted meaty withstand medium punch, left Mylin surprised that there was a whiff, and then wasn't ready to respond to the jump, which I think could have been another stand medium punch. Hesitation gets you killed, though I learned that on commentary watching Supers earlier. I've learned that in many rounds playing fighting games. I may see it reaffirmed as the lesson of this set.
Always teaching you something every time you watch.
That's a speedrun round. And a V-reversal. Sun goes down. Acknowledgix fighting back. Great choice to fight back. So much V-reverse, Grey Life to take. What happened?
No. Maybe that was it for the round. Okay.
Ran out of steam for a sec. Had to take a breath. Acknowledgix returns to the sticks, I hope. Given plenty of time in the round transition. Hopefully the players didn't skip it.
Okay. And let's see.
Looking to contest the space. Acknowledgix walking back so far against Mylin, who's working on the corner, finds a confirm off of Thunderclap, finds a counter hit, one hit stun situation potentially if it's a combo. Instead, it's the worst possible way to go down, the most unskilled combo you could ask for. If that was another full charge Thunderclap, I wonder if Acknowledgix could have mashed out again.
Something may have happened with Acknowledgix or Stig or something. We just saw him stop playing toward the end. I don't know what happened. And
Yeah,
then
I'd be
that
pretty
last
concerned
round,
about that.
that last round felt like he could have did, he said just smashed through some of those strings that he was doing in the beginning. I don't know what happened towards the end there, but Island's got to move on nonetheless.
We definitely
I
didn't
guess-
see much in the way of blocking at the end, and that could be the product of activity, of trying to jump out of things. We weren't seeing counter hit, so it could have been a controller disconnect, or bizarrely, I don't know. Anybody like to hold forward on Wake Up here sometimes? I like to do that if I play a character who currently has an invincible super or a DP, and I know people are going to bait it by walking back. Let's say if I don't have a cancelable low, or a quick one anyway. I'll wake up, dash forward, command grab. Wake up, walk up, command grab. Gotta be brave out here. We've been playing a long time. You gotta surprise us. Spaceboy and Prophet, long-time veterans, still surprising us to this day with their optimization. Prophet known for Gil now, prophesizing what will come in the future of this game's storyline. I think it was Gil that built 11. I think also Prophet has led the way in showing us what this character's legacy is all about.
That I'm definitely interested to see. Yeah, but one of the patriarchs of this character, of course, is Prophet. Man, just literally just one of the guys that put this character on the map for acknowledgement, showing what this character can do at this particular level. Spaceboy with the Sakura, no stranger to this action as well. Let's see.
Spaceboy, one of the earliest Sakuras. Spaceboy, a confident believer that that low medium pick must have been hitting. Was buffering DP right after. Doesn't mind the mistake though, get punished once. It was only Gil regular damage, no retribution to worry about just yet.
Okay. Wow, so able to block just off of the recovery of that. Let's see.
Push back from full screen, but Spaceboy still able to block in time against the V-Trigger Ice from Prophet.
Nice, gets the side switch here. Expecting the button.
Spaceboy was able to make just one final use out of that V-Trigger for a slightly more plus on block fireball. That eventually created the situation where Prophet was pushed back, thought they might have been safe doing a quick shoulder, but that move is always at least -4, and Sakura has the best -4 punish in the game with her stand light kick.
Always buffering something behind that too as well. Spaceboy has those confirmed as well. Catching those long limbs. Pressure into the corner, gets the overhead.
Unable to anti-air the crossover, the hardest thing to anti-air in the game, and every player damn well knows it when they're faced with the corner. Crossover jump's a great choice for Spaceboy, who's mounting a full comeback off of it. Prophet on the verge of getting stunned. Now on the verge of creating a stun situation against Spaceboy. Retribution on the mind. Here is a frame trap off of ice. Only halfway done with this Prophecy V-Trigger 2. Out of range of any links on Hogasho. Spaceboy pushed back to full screen. Prophet running out of trigger use.
Oh, wow. A little too early there on the trigger, but good idea from Spaceboy. Tried to punish that. If it was able to recover in time, it's the punish and close it out. One round apiece.
Yeah, maybe Spaceboy estimated that Gil had a slightly larger hurt box on his fireball throw or ice ball throw. Maybe the upward one has slightly less of a hurt box. Either way, Spaceboy just shy of it.
Nice, there it is. Confirm. The wake-up jab, though, from Prophet.
That's a 3-frame into a crouch heavy punch launcher. The strongest reversal jab BTC in the game.
Using the tools. Got to. Oh, wow. He's so fast. Just lariats through a strong arm through.
EX shoulder traveled a long way just to get punished the same as any other shoulder right there.
Oof.
And we saw Prophet trying some blocking towards the end. It was the first use of V-Skill 2 blocking the parry that we just saw. But Spaceboy wise to just be using lights. Nothing with too long of recovery so that Gil is not getting big crouch heavy punch launcher punishes on your normal choices. And chances are, if he parries just a light, you can recover in time and maybe go for a throw in the time that he's probably trying to launch you with crouch heavy punch to get a comeback started.
Okay, there's the lights there, peppering. Try to get a big jump in. Let's see our ball game here. The players contesting at that neutral. Valerian, oh, just to do it.
I think it's pretty funny when both of these characters' upward angled projectiles flash and dissipate, even when they're basically no longer relevant, as no character is moving into them in the read. They still have that dissipate mechanic, though. Advantageous reversal through and EX move that gets robbed of the meter and defeated in the round. We're not going to call that one robbery. That was good, clean, honest, fundamental fun had by Spaceboy, who advances to set point without even spending at much meter or V-trigger.
Okay, nice. Get the counter hit. But Spaceboy presses some buttons here. Nice, gets the grab. Stun is mounting up here. Oh, but the reversal DP says get off.
Yeah, the value of having a game point or a set point to play before your opponent has even taken a game is huge. Spaceboy's going to take as many chances as possible to win, including this round, and fighting back from a huge life deficit, but got hit by that 3-frame VTC into a launcher. Now dealing with all the chip, fire, and ice. Retribution on the mind. Wow! He can kill the super here!
Is it? Take that. Oh, goodness. Good awareness for Spaceboy. Good timing on the jump. I'm going to take that 2-0 over Profit.
It's the kind of jump you make when you know that you will win the entire tournament set if you land this jump in. Meanwhile, the opponent has to win a round after that to even take a game, and then another game after anyway. I mean, Spaceboy jumping, playing a little bit more aggressive with all the super meter that bolstered him with the confidence to take the game on one play, looks like an expert at taking those 2-0s right now.
Very good stuff from Spaceboy. Very just good awareness overall against Profit's game plan. We saw the wake up money, the wake up 3-frame from the Gill into the activation. Profit was getting his game plan going, but again, Spaceboy not being afraid to challenge in some situations, willing to take the block. Both players were hitting the side switches, the combos. It was absolute slugfest. And towards the end, Spaceboy ends up taking it home with the 2-0, moves on in the top 8 on the winner's side. Congratulations to Spaceboy. Of course, Profit not out of it just yet. He'll be going down to loser's bracket. Will he make it back up as this long road that he'll have to climb to get there? And speaking of long roads, definitely do appreciate you guys who have been with us since the beginning of the broadcast. We hope you guys are being safe, being happy and healthy, and just enjoying some good old-fashioned Casa action. Because I like to, again, always state that game is definitely going to change within 2 weeks. We are just 2 weeks away. I just can't express how excited I am to see what new tech, what new meta develops. A lot of theories and things are going out there. A lot of groups are chatting about what's going to be this, it's going to be this, no, it's going to be this, this, that, and the third, and that's good. That's a healthy thing. Keep the community up and going. Is that thrive for competition? So, of course, it's not the ideal environment of just being online. It's not the most ideal, but the fact that this is happening, people are still want to play regardless. That's always a good thing to keep a game alive and thriving.
You say that you don't have the words or can't quite express how excited you are for the change. I know one thing that I'm going to be saying when I see these changes in action. It's going to be all caps. It won't be intelligible as words at all. I'm ready to just scream in shock and awe at the things we're going to see people bringing out with the new mechanics and the new character changes. And I know you in the audience of online tournament commentary love to hear every different commentator's microphone reaction to the screaming on the mic. Those are the details I live for when I'm listening to fighting game commentary.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh my God! Did you see that? I've never seen that before. And you know what? It's interesting, and there's interesting is that there's still stuff out there that there's still probably sequences and things that you might not see that often, or maybe another commentator has already seen. But if a commentator seeing it for the first time, is, oh, I didn't know that was possible. I didn't know you could do that. oh my god, the setup, stuff like that. That's what we're going to see. And based off of those reactions, I mean, based off of that trailer video that we saw, with the V skill and the new combo routes, that made me think, what else are they going to do? Like, as far as, like, I know they're going to change some characters' V skills and stuff. So if Nash's pulls in now, they're just there's gonna it's gonna be a change. It's gonna be a good change to other V skills. So I like to see what will be brought to the table. And speaking of seeing what's being brought to the table, let's see what Notorious can do against Carlton Banks here.
Yeah, so we've seen Notorious in our first match in this tournament. Proud, summa cum laude graduate of Falls University. That's what happens when you make it up to Grandmaster with this character. You can see that title, Psycho Powerful, clearly an enthusiast, which means they are certainly not enjoying seeing the bus ass that Carlton Banks is laying out for us all. Have ye not known? Birdie does so much damage. Other characters I feel might be spending EX meter there. Birdie certainly not, saving it all for whatever frame 1 armored reversal he ever wants to use, whatever instant EX headbutt across the screen. That is bullhead, and man, it can feel like bullshit when you get hit by it.
Couldn't have said it any better than myself.
Yeah.
Then here we go with the stomps. We know Notorious got those. See, she would do against the big man. What is the big man battle plan?
Yo,
Notorious had.
Is Birdie sponsored by Red Bull? What is that brand of can that he is rolling, and how much mileage is it paying out for him? I mean, that V skill has led to so many stand medium punch conversions in this set already. Contesting space, Carlton Banks going low. Using a VT1 in this matchup didn't even need to see much individual use of the trigger, other than the strong activation, which V-Trigger 2 simply doesn't offer. I'm a huge proponent of VT1 Birdie. I love to see the character turn red and move fast and be a really threatening grappler. Liberated, moving as fast as he can. Faster than Falk, certainly.
And that just makes me think characters with that type of V trigger and on activation, what is V Shift going to do against that when the character's still coming at you 1,000 miles per hour?
Yeah, I'm hopeful that that reaction cancel mini game offers us a lot of different options. Maybe we'll see individual character freeze time matchups during the slow-mo of V Shift. The set grinds to a halt right now with Falk backed up by her V skill 2, blowing a couple of them out. Notorious walks right through though. Just takes some chip from the forward heavy punch, no big deal. V skill can is ready to pick up another medium punch bullhorn combo. The OP is fantastic. That conversion could have probably led to the corner with a knockdown, but a whiff punish with stand medium punch into head. That's a combo, by the way, into VTC that only works in the corner. It's fantastic when you see a Birdie know how to squeeze out just a little bit more damage to get the kill.
Exactly, and still had more to go with the combo too as well. 2 bars on the side. It's gonna start off with the grab here.
Yeah, that's the first command grab we've seen off of Bullhorn so far. And Carlton Banks wanting to stay close off of command grab, but knowing that dash is not plus off the command grab too. Just dashing up to block and continue pressuring Notorious 7 towards the corner just with Birdie's presence next to them.
Activating. Still blocks. Just simply watch. Oh, this is a big punish here.
Yeah, there was full confidence in the Bullhorn confirmable buffer. Carlton Banks looking like they might die without being able to activate V-Trigger here. Even teching the throw to make sure they don't die. Looking for a punish with Super. Fine. The OP is really strong. Super's a threat though. It won't chip out, it will kill. We have VTC. Psycho Schneider gets crush countered. So patient from Carlton Banks. Birdie's a character who struggles a little bit more than other characters to use safe, fast recovery lights against slow reversals like Falk's EX Psycho Upper. So to see Carlton Banks compensate for that just with pure patience, waiting and waiting and waiting ages, maybe doing a delayed throw tech during what would have been the block stun of the EX Psycho Schneider. Advanced offensive tactics that come from an understanding of patience and risk reward. Wasn't that one game though? Was that 2 already?
That was 2, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, that was quite the ride, man. Just Carlton Banks is looking so comfortable, so focused into the match. Notorious couldn't get off the stump shenanigans that we saw prior to, but trying to get the mileage going with the V trigger, and you just saw Carlton Banks just simply just back up, walk back. Okay, I'm good. I'm out of the range of threatening. You just have to come to me, things of that nature. And Carlton Banks just put together the game plan. He had an idea of what Notorious was going for, and he counterplayed it. So very good stuff. Two, Carlton Banks going to move on into the bracket. Looks like he'll be playing up against Metro PCS, and I'm sorry, Metro PC. Metro PC. He'll be playing Metro PC. That's a qualifier for top 8 there. So good luck to the gentleman on that match there. Let's see what else that we have. Okay, so it looks like Carlton Banks may be staying now to play against Metro, I believe. So we're waiting for Metro PC SE, Metro PC to get in, and let's see what happens.
Something certainly will. Carlton Banks waiting here in the lobby, kind of claimed ownership with such a strong performance in our previous match. I believe that was 4 rounds straight. Some of them particularly straight and to the point along the way. I'd be very happy if I were Carlton. You ever play in an old school tournament that ran winners finals after losers semis? And then if you lose winners finals, you then immediately have to play in losers finals?
Oh yeah, the classic run all the winners finals. I mean, run all winners matches, including the winners final, which everybody in losers is still waiting to play. Then when they lose, I guess the grand finals, the person in the grand finals ended up waiting for like all time while they catch up the rest of the bracket.
You know, I've been around a lot of different scenes in my time and travels back in the days of locals and tournaments, weeklies and monthlies. I've been in that situation quite a few times, and I have to say, I didn't even notice or consider that that could have been a problem, because I let bracketology just be like a mysterious science to me, maybe even like a pseudoscience, like astrology or something. And now, like, having visited the Casa that's been running it in the correct order the whole time, with winners finals first now, I have to say, I'm happy that this science has been figured out to provide players with the best experience that we can so far for double elim. Casa actually has its roots in experimenting with a lot of different bracket types, like the Swiss style tournament, where everybody gets to play a lot more matches, even if they don't do particularly well. I love to see.
I don't think I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever competed in this style tournament before. I'm only used to round robin and double limb, single limb, like that. But yeah, interesting.
Yeah, hopefully don't get too used to single limb.
Round 1. Fight.
2 characters well suited to any length of any set in any kind of bracket. Players who have been around and done it all around the country with all kinds of rule sets. Who knows? Metro and Carlton. Birdie versus Vega. A Season 1 classic, if I may say.
Oh yeah, most definitely these two characters are common as far as like the matchup goes that you saw.
Birdie looking a lot more buff than he did in Season 1 though, especially in the abdominal region and the pecs. He's always had those big muscular arms. Alpha costume with the hole in the mohawk doesn't change that in the slightest.
He can now get a juggle off of his off your heavy punch on counter hit now.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's pretty fantastic. Looked like a lot of cancel window on that target combo as well. Speaking of canceling the opportunity for corner pressure was Metro earlier by finding forward movement over Birdie's EX Dolphin Dive, Bull Revenger. Didn't make the most of the corner situation, but did make the most of the anti-air with V-Trigger. But EX Bull Revenger comes back. Carlton undeterred by the first one whiffing, because the first one didn't whiff because Metro was jumping. It just happened to whiff because Metro was moving forward doing something else.
Metro PC just backing up here. And it's slow.
Oh, the kick! Oh, the horn as well! Do you see it? A 3 frame afterwards. that stand leg kick from Birdie can be meaty to be much more than just the +1 it is by default. So I was surprised we saw the swing from Metro, but it is a 3-frame button, so I understand. And I understand why Carlton lost to it.
Wow, what an interaction there.
It's a smart choice. It's the cross-up jump of choice from Birdie, so you get to hit on both sides of yourself and interrupt Vega out of the air regardless of where he is. I think you might see that a lot more if Carlton Banks keeps providing the best defensive answer to that. To that EX wall dive. Another EX Bull Revenger.
Nice. Okay, with the conversion into that, what's the setup?
Birdie's gone.
Okay.
He's not even getting punished for his EX Bull Horde reversal. Armored frame 1, by the way. Advances that far. Continuing to slowly bulldog forward. Afraid of the Vega normals, yes, especially given Vega's life lead, but Carlton has an armored forward heavy punch, a low profile slide. Low profile slide did get whiff punish, but nothing cancelable, so nothing doing wrong for Carlton Banks.
Nice.
That's gonna hurt so bad though. It's gonna kill now.
Yeah.
No chance to activate V-Trigger.
Unfortunately for Carlton Banks, he has to just figure out some way to get some started as far as offense going. Maybe walk behind the can. Maybe using the armor buttons, like you said, to advance forward. But, this is something he'll have to figure out if he wants to stay in this tournament.
Yeah,
Again, this
can's
is
a tough call for Carlton, so he has to be afraid of Vega Buster Claw crush countering his can, or maybe even sweep on reaction. Metro's a very finely tuned player on the end of reactions with those particularly powerful movement-based normals.
Okay, good tech. Handy, he says. Crush cover sweep setup.
Not out of Birdie's big throw range. Instant throw tech attempt from Carlton. Works out defensively. Metro has VT at the ready. If you use it nice and early, Metro could probably get another VT as well. But Vega's 2 V reversals are quite tempting. Also notice it's V skill 1 today for Metro. We saw V skill 2 as the evasion tool in the previous matchup. I think against Birdie, maybe we value these some ability to convert or maybe spin around projectiles with V skill 1, or the range of the poke as well. Just building V meter once again as Metro with some V skill.
And Metro doing so good with just the speed, just in and out movement right now. Taking the small hits, he's willing to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll take the small damage. It's going to add up over time. Time will eventually not be on your side, forcing you to come to me having to react. Let's see.
Carlton really wanted to get the can out there, I think, for offensive momentum and not for the V meter, because any hit or block would have led to the V-Trigger activation anyway. It's the V-Trigger activation that's leading to a potential kill situation.
Ow.
2 EX Dolphin dives twice in a row.
Right.
If I weren't so caught up in what I was saying about what was happening 1 second ago, I was going to call 2 of them. That tool has been so successful this whole time.
Metro's so conditioned into just playing on the ground too as well.
Yeah, plus Vega players like walking back, and if you're walking back, you're in a standing state. That means your EX Dolphin Dive is going to reach you 6 frames sooner than a crouching character. It's a little bit harder for players to jump then.
Okay, sweep the dash up here. Nice and meaty. There
EX Bullhorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't lead to much Oki, but you gotta look out for that when Birdie has V-Trigger activation. He can get a fantastic combo off of that armored reversal. And now he has that available to him, and the 1 bar as well. There's the Buster Claw to crush counter against the can toss, as prophesized. Metro with the second rep of EX Stab You! Actually stabs Birdie, who's now swinging with the biggest crush counter he can, trying to get a comeback started by brute force. Not getting jumped in on in the process. Metro still playing patient.
Walk back, in and out, in and out. The Buster Claw's got to take that. Counters. Yeah. Now, Metro sitting on set point.
Yeah, Metro not overzealous. Could have maybe seen an EX wall dive for an anti-air if Metro were like strictly reacting to the neutral jump over there. But waiting for them to land and setting up a meaty-ish Buster Claw is a great choice too, because there's no way Carlton Banks is going to be sitting still. And even if he does block it, there's no risk for Vega at that range. Birdie's not punishing shit.
And there's a can on the ground. Trying to make it happen, but oh, he's out. In and out movement. I'm out of jail, please.
Yeah, that's going to keep happening.
Counter hits.
Carlton, thanks for listening.
I said he's
So
willing just to do this in and out. He's sitting on life lead, but oh my gosh, just as you said,
Yep.
next off is hitting his mark.
Both
Need
characters
more.
so close to a VT activation. The cancel would be incredibly powerful to mount the first offensive sequence. The crush counter almost gave it to Metro. It certainly gave it to Carlton. Now both characters are ready. Metro with so much V meter to play with, we all know VT1 from Vega leads straight to Super, and that combo will definitely be enough to kill even Birdie, the 1050 life character. Not off of a light though, no way. And Metro knows that, goes for the 2-bar EX combo, which leads to good Oki instead. Doesn't find good Oki though, misses that should have been a light buffer, and now it's huge damage from Carlton, who decides to dash up off of Chain, is now one throw or light away from killing. It has to be converted, it's a throw.
Oh, Carlton Banks staying alive in the bracket. Yo, let's go. To the biodegradable, the donuts, everything. Yo, the banana, potassium. Yo, let's go.
That was a nutritious combination for Birdie through the course of that round. We saw bananas, we saw that vitamin water soda, surely the healthiest brand, but this is Buff Birdie after all. Vitamin Gatorade, the man's an athlete.
It'd be the pre-workout kicking in. Let's go.
And the American breakfast, English breakfast too, is pretty sweet. Got the donuts at the end to wash it all down. That's how you keep your hair nice and healthy enough to support a gaping hole in the center of it. Looks like cardboard. That's what I want my hair to look like.
This is sharp. Especially use it as a weapon if you bow down to somebody.
As sharp as the toes of his boots. A similar shape too. Got that curved C. Definitely dangerous. Looks like the edge of a PS4. I know we all know what that feels like in our backpacks, suddenly jamming into our hips or hitting walls. It feels like death. It feels like it's stabbing.
All right, let's see. So this corner stun is building up. Oh, nice and neat. Here's a Wilson meter.
V reversal aggressively, putting on the Grey Life to lead to a one-hit kill situation. The Metro staying quick on the trigger for every wild tool, even preserving the offense with a risky sweep. A sweep not so risky when you consider that Metro still had VTC at the ready to cancel into, looking for block and hit confirms on sweep, and Metro succeeded, even in the online.
And you see Metro once again back on set point here.
And we've seen 3 strikes in a row for Soda against Buster Claw. Birdie's really struggling to get that drink in. He's dehydrated though. The man wants the energy.
Exactly. He said the tournament venue water is too expensive. I had to bring my own.
And that's wise. Packed it all into his backpack. Security found it. They're like, how bad do you need to hydrate? You say, very badly. I'm a human being. And so they let him into this training stage here. A resident of the grid like the rest of us. We watch in the distance over in the chamber on the left where Fawn is watching from in the one-sided mirror window in the story mode.
It is.
We say Carlton Banks is ready to activate V-Trigger. Has the 1-bar needed for a huge cancel, maybe bigger damage. And his command grab, this does 300 damage.
Oh, next the toes. Oh no! He could have been safe, but he pressed the button instead.
A defensive test. Carlton Banks passes with flying colors and gets to return to neutral where both characters thrive. Metro needs only a medium to kill. Finds the cross up instantly. Was it saying neutral? I'm sorry. The neutral was just conditioning to make you expect that Vega would hold their ground with normals the whole time. Finally bringing out the sudden cross up that sees pesky Season 4 stun securer and killer right off the wall like it's Street Fighter 2. Right out of the venue like it's Street Fighter 2 in the year 1993. And you are very concerned that your opponent might be too upset with you for playing that cheap character and bouncing off the walls like that.
What a perfect time to bring that out towards the end. He hadn't done it all set, so that was definitely caught him off guard. Carlton Banks made it though. He was just committed to just playing that neutral, that slow game. But sheesh, for him to just bring it out towards that end, what an amazing idea for Metro M. And that's going to EX Sky High call his way in the top 8 on loser's side. Congratulations to Metro PC, not Metro PCS. I don't not Metro PCS. Metro PC, good job.
The quest to secure sponsorship remains constant for so many in the fighting game community, and if your tag matches that of some kind of company that already exists. Who knows? I mean, that might be a convenient deal. I know that a player out of Pittsburgh named Climax was able to convince Sheets to sponsor them by sending a big email and saying like, I'll wear your stuff at events and put your name in front of my tag at events. They're like, yeah, that sounds like a good enough deal. Here's some merch. Here's here's as much Sheets as you want. I don't actually remember what that company is though. Either way, here in Casa, we are able to function nice and independently. We open our door to everybody. The door remains unlocked in Casa, but we're kicking it down anyway because this Casa is getting good. We're approaching winners top 8 for a lot of these matches now this late in the bracket. Got about good 3 or 4 of them left in us before our other co-commentators come in to relieve us around 10 p.m. Until then, though, I'm excited. Do you know what we got coming up next?
I believe we are to make the break to the Switch now. To the voice of God in the document.
Excellent. Let's listen to the voice of God.
Yeah, this is okay. So yeah, we're doing the Switch right now, and that means our time in the spotlight is over, and we have 2 able-bodied, very strong commentators going to take our place for sure. I had a blast commentating some Street Fighter V action with none other than Monkey Business. Monkey Business, it's been a pleasure.
It certainly has, Shadow Ace. It will continue to be a pleasure for our stream audiences, who will be getting a match just about right now. Looks like Polynator was in that lobby. Whoever commentates next, I think I'll see Brad in that chat. I'm sure he'll deliver a wonderful story for you. Have a delightful night, everybody. Enjoy yourselves.
All right. Good night, everybody. Take care.
Peace.